Hi everyone, my name is Tunde and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'll be showing us how to how to add the user to your Microsoft 365. For you to be able to add a user, all you need to do is just log into your admin portal, click on users. Then once you click on users, you click on active users. So clicking on active user, then you go to add a user. So in this video, I'm going to be showing us how to add just a user. So once you click on add a user, you're going to see this interface that will come up. Then you type in the name of the user you want to add. Say, for example, my new user is John Doe. So I'll type in John Doe. Then I will click on this display name box, then the name automatically populates. So you have a quite number of options here where you can add some things to the user you're creating. So this is the username area of the user creation. Then you're going to type the username for the user. So whichever convention your organization adopts is the one you use. So I will just going by the convention, the first name and the dot the last name, so as my username. So whenever any user wants to contact this user, they send the email to john.doe at then the domain.com. So if you have multiple domains, you click on the drop down and select whichever domain you want this user to have. So in my case, I will be leaving the 2techie.com domain. Then I will now explain what this checkbox means. So when you check this automatically create a password, it means you are creating a password automatically. You don't have to brainstorm or think about a password to use. So the second checkbox require this user to change the password when they first sign in. So this feed is very important. So if you're creating the user, you do not want to know that user's password. So you it is important you check this box for that user to change his password whenever that user is signing in for the first time. So, and this the third checkbox send password in email upon completion. So if you have the personal email of the user and you just want to forward this signing details to the user, so you can type in the um, email details of the new user here. Take for example, if it's John 365 at gmail.com. So whenever we are done with the creation, a username and password will be sent to this particular email address. So for that user to be able to access it, then the user can access his or her account. Then after that, you click on next, then you come to this page. So if you are assigning a license to the user immediately, so all you have to do is just to click on um, this checkbox. So depending on the license you are assigning, if you are assigning, um, take for example, I have the Microsoft 365 E5 developer here, and I have two licenses, so I can just assign one to this user, then I can click on next. So it is possible if you don't want to assign license to this user, it's possible. All you have to do is just click on create user without a license, then you can click on next. So but I'm going to be assigning a license to this user. So once I click on assign a product license, then I check the license I want to assign. So I'm going to be assigning the Microsoft 365 E5 developer. And if you see, when I check the box here, this apps area becomes 0, but when I send the license, it becomes 62. So if you have maybe you want to assign some licenses to this user and you don't want the user to have access to some of the resources in the organization. I'll take, for example, if you don't want the user to have access to maybe the Intune plan, or you don't want the users to have access to Microsoft Teams, you can customize everything here. So you can check, you can uncheck the box. If you uncheck this Microsoft Teams checkbox, it means the user will not have access to Microsoft Teams. So depending on what you want, you can configure it to your taste. But if you want the user to have access to all, so all you just need to do is just leave everything as is, then click on next. So this area is optional, but is very important. So if you want to assign a user administrative role to the user you're creating, this is where you do it. You click on the drop down, and once you click on the drop down, you can see user no admin access center, no admin center access. Then you can see the admin center access. So if you're just creating this user maybe as a just user, you don't need to do anything here. You just need to click on next. But if this user maybe is part of a member of the IT department, and you want to give this user maybe the exchange administrator or global administrator, whichever one you want, then you can just click on the admin center access. Then you can select whichever administrative role you want for this user. So once I'm not going to be assigning any role to this user, then I'll just click on the user no admin center access. Then I'll click on next. So after this, you can see that my user has been created, and the display and username is John Doe, and the username is john.doe@2techie.com, as you can see, and the password is auto generated, and that will be all. So once I click on finish adding, if I click on finish adding, then you see that the password will be automatically generated for this user. So take for example, for this user, the display name is John Doe, the username is john.doe@2techie.com, and the password is POC16415. So, and once you click on this, an email will be sent to that particular email that you've imputed at the early stages of this video. So which would be this john365@gmail.com. So this user will now receive it maybe in his or her personal email, and the user can sign in and have access to organization resources. Thank you so much for watching. Just look out for more video from me. Um, thank you. Bye for now.